I'm Dan Van Orden, founder of Idea Room, and we're proud to be the official sponsors of the America Builds Better podcast. Enjoy the episode, guys.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Jared.
I am better than I deserve.
Builders of America, are you ready?
The technical fiascos this morning.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
For the longest time, I sat and I say, Shannon, is that the way you see it? Is this the way I see it? I witness it every day.
Welcome back to another podcast with America Builds Better.
I'm even more excited, if I'm being honest.
I'm just jazzed to be on the show, guys. Thanks for hyping.
Get out in your communities and do something good for somebody else. It will make you feel better, I promise.
America Builds Better starts now.
Well. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of America Builds Better. I am Jared, as always, along for the journey. I am here today. It's the ultimate, man. We're finally here. We're ready for the post-frame role plane builder show sponsored by Frame Building News. We are going to be there this week. So when you guys hear this on Monday, we're expecting you to be in York on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, right? So if you're setup is Tuesday from 12 to 6, and the show is Wednesday and Thursday. And we have been hyping up for the last few weeks. We've talked to folks from AccuForm, DripStop, Graber Post, Idea Room, Smart Build. We have been hyping this thing up, and I can tell you, if you want to come see me and the team, come to York, all right? As always, big thank you to Shield Wall Media. They are the ones putting the show on. They publish Frame Building News amongst a series of other trade publications and magazines, and the best part is they are free. All of the magazines that you see here, Plane Builder, Rural Builder, Roll Forming Magazine, Frame Building News, etc., you can get those free of charge. All you have to do is sign up. They are great. They are absolutely, I have a couple on my desk. I mean, they keep me busy during the day, but I'll tell you, I love reading them, and you will too. So check out shieldwallmedia.com and get your subscription today. Thank you to Idea Room. As always, the team at Idea Room is helping America build better through technology, 3D building platforms, okay? If you want to design your building, if you're using Smart Build and you want to take a 3D design to bill of materials in minutes, check out the team at Idea Room, idearoom.com. The team at Defined SEO will help you rank better and get your positioning on Google straightened up. If you need leads, contact the team at Defined SEO and they will be happy to help you out. I can tell you this much. Trade show time is when I get really excited. I really love the Shield Wall shows, and it's been an absolute pleasure to work with them over the last few months to curate this series and bring you information specifically for this show in York. I can tell you right now, you want to be there. If you're listening along, we want you in York. We want you to come join us. If nothing else, just come by and say hi. I've got some exhibitor tickets, so if you need one, give me a shout, Jared at americabuildsbetter.com, and I will make sure that you get to enjoy some time with your favorite members of the post-frame building community. I can tell you, AccuForm, ASCO, amongst others, right? Red Dot, Strong Wall Columns. We have got a laundry list of exhibitors that want to see you and talk about your business. How can you do better the remainder of the year? Right now is busy season. We're going to spend a few days together, but I can tell you, there's a process, there's a procedure, there's a supply, there's something in your world. If you're selling buildings, putting them up, there's something you can use and something you can learn. There's all kinds of tutorials and all kinds of seminars. Walk the trade show floor. It's open all day. I can tell you there's a social hour on Wednesday, which I'll be happy to, share a nice frosty Dr. Pepper or something with you guys along the way. But the social hour is 4:30 to 6. So a lot of good business gets done then. But I can tell you, I'm super excited to have Missy from Shield Wall. Missy Beyer is I'll let her give her title. I'm not 100% sure of the title. She's a jack of all trades and master of many. So she does a lot for Shield Wall, specifically organizing these shows that we enjoy so much. So I can tell you, I'm going to bring her into the studio now. Missy, what's going on? How are you?
Going on? Oh, that's just busy, busy, busy. So you said
Yeah.
my title. Goodness.
Show director. Show
Show
director.
director. So
Yeah.
basically, I just do everything having to do with our. We have the two big trade shows, and possibly in the future we might be adding something. I'm not going to say anything about that now, but yeah. So I handle everything having to do with the post frame show coming up, June 10th and 11th, and then
Yep.
of course our construction roll forming show in September in Gatlinburg. So
Yeah, we've been bringing the listeners and viewers along for the last few weeks, and we've talked to AccuForm and Graver Post and many others here. But you are the one kind of behind the scenes pulling the triggers and moving the mechanisms to get us all there, and we're going to enjoy it. But what
I'm
goes
like
into
the
setting these things up?
wizard on the Wizard of Oz. Pay no attention.
Yeah, it's
Pay
right
no
behind the
attention to the gal
curtain.
behind the curtains. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Tell us what goes into building this thing out. I mean, I'm sure it's
Oh,
not a small task.
it's a little involved, of course. I
Sure.
mean, consider basically you're planning a wedding every year,
Yeah.
and you have to invite all of your friends and all of your
Yep.
relatives, which is our exhibitors,
Yep.
and you got to make sure that our attendees show up. So I have to make sure that I invite all the right attendees, and I have to get my venue. And you talked about a little bit about the Wednesday night social, so that's sort of that's our wedding dinner of sorts. So I was just explaining to a youngster the other day what I did, and I told him, I said it was just like having a big party, and except for everybody, even though they're having fun, they're also working, and it's a business to business show. So again, I'm inviting those people to come and do business, and that banquet is our sort of our wedding reception of sorts, so that everybody can commingle and have fun and Wednesday night. So yeah, a little bit
I
of
can
everything.
tell you that's worth the trip to York just for that. You guys put out quite the spread. It's not, I mean,
Yeah.
if you're thinking, oh, trade show food, yeah, this is going to be exciting. No, seriously, hold off on your dinner plans because you're going to want to
Right.
hang out for the social hour. You're going to want to, have some frosty Dr. Peppers, as our friend Randy would say. But I
Yes,
can
lots
tell
of
you,
Dr. Peppers. Yeah.
there is plenty of fun to be had at the social hour, and I can tell you, I have been a testament for the Shield Wall shows because I have had so much success at them, meeting other business owners and really forecasting things. I mean, part of the reason we're on this podcast is because I went to a Shield Wall show and met Gary several years ago at this point, and he and I just hit it off. And since then, it's just been this constant communication of, man, what can we do together? What can we do together to make the industry a little bit stronger tomorrow? How can we build better, right? America builds
That
better.
really is,
Yeah.
America Builds Better is really, it meshes well with us, because really all that Shield Wall is about, we are really about keeping this industry alive, growing this industry. And, there's always going to be a need, obviously, for construction. There's always the need.
Sure.
But we're doing a lot of things to try to get the youngsters involved. We have our book line, the Max Builds books, which are very exciting for the kids, that we give out for free to the kids so that they can learn a little bit about building, and we try to connect people in the industry so that we can keep those businesses growing. Maybe, for instance, if you're coming to the show and you don't roll form, but you sure would like to have your own roll former at your shop so that you could do some of your own panels. We not only have a seminar on it in the morning I think that one's on Wednesday. We have a seminar on how you're going to do it and how you're going to get set up. But then in the show floor, we have the people who can help you do it. So it's just, it's us trying to build this whole segment. And so far, so good. And we do things a little bit differently than the other trade shows, but it's not a bad thing.
And that's okay, because doing things differently sometimes is much better. And I can tell you, my experience at the Shield Wall shows has been one that is exceptional, right? So if you're not coming this time, definitely check us out. We're going to have lots of content on all of our social media channels. We're going to have all types of videos from the Builder Show, from the Post Frame Rural Plain Builder Show there in York, June 10th and the 11th. I'm just going to keep reminding you that through the episode, because if you're within an earshot of this conversation, it's going on Wednesday and Thursday of this week. So as you hear this, we're like 2 or 3 days away from this thing. So there's all kinds of seminars and you are going to be able to walk this trade show floor and find something that's going to interest you. Like Missy said, specifically, and I'll call it out, Paul Williams and Brian Rogers are going to do the requesting a quote on Roll Forming 101. That takes place at 9 a.m. Wednesday, June the 10th. So if you're in the market for a roll former, this is your time. This is your time to get in front of somebody who can answer all of your questions. Okay. When do you have the opportunity to do that? You know, if you want to learn about a barndominium, right? That's Thursday morning. That's going to be a big deal. Our friends from Great Post are involved. Randy from Source One and from Building One's Live will be there. I can tell you, there is a lot going on, and you would be doing yourself a big, big, big favor to join us in York, right? I mean, that's just a sliver. I mean, there's 8 different seminars over 2 days. And what I love about you guys is that you don't close the expo floor, right?
No.
You just keep it going. You know, I think that's one of the big detriments that I have at other shows is they close the floor off during certain blocks of the day when people would prefer to be on the expo floor. Not everybody wants to go to a seminar, right?
Yeah. We try to push those seminars in the morning, and then we gave you a breakfast. You know, we're feeding people an awful lot. I feel like that's that Midwest nice thing because we are based in Wisconsin, and we try to take care of everybody. That Barndominium panel that you talked about on Thursday, that is huge. If you're coming to the show, make plans to be part of that panel, because that discussion, even if you thought, oh, my question is stupid, I don't want to ask that, there's 10 other people in the room who have that same question. And we've had so many people come out of those discussions saying, oh my gosh, I didn't know what I didn't know. And it's just, it can build your business exponentially, especially if you're looking at getting into doing barndominiums. Maybe you already are doing barndominiums, but you're not really making the money doing it. It's going to help you figure it out.
You're going to have time with a marketer, a supplier, someone who's already doing barndominiums. You're going to have an opportunity to get firsthand information from First Federal Bank of Kansas City, which is doing really aggressive things in the barndominium loan servicing.
They are. They're
I
great.
can tell you, Cole Wolford and Joe Shemp will be on that panel. They're both friends of the show. I've known them for a while now and really enjoy time with them, and Randy, of course, and Todd and Chris. And I mean, you're going to get 5 guys up there who really know what they're talking about and really are doing this at a high level. And when you can get in front of people who not only are doing something that you might want to do, but doing it better than you, like, let's just get real about it. You don't often get that firsthand knowledge shared out, right? And that's just, you can't put a value on something like that. When you get in front of these people, you can't put a value on it.
Yeah, it's like walking in and being able to talk to the superstars, whatever you're into. This is, we don't have the wall of fame so much in the construction industry, but we try to bring those wall of fame kind of people to our seminars, the people who know what they know.
Yeah. We've got our friends from E-Impact Marketing. They're going to be doing a winning more projects. They do a great job. Of course, you guys know I love Defined. I'll send you that way. But the guys at E-Impact are doing some great work too. Powerlift Doors is going to be doing a large door masterclass. I'm just going to roll through them real quick. Our buddy Andrew from Making Sales Simple. We love Andrew and Peter over at Making Sales Simple. Quick shout out for their Shed Sales Summit coming up in September. I'll give them a cheap little plug here. Andrew and Peter do great work. Check out Shed Talk Live. I actually just watched it a little bit ago as we record this episode on a Thursday. But Andrew will be doing a breakout, Simple Wins, what I learned on the way up and down. So I might actually have to pop in there and see Andrew give his seminar talk.
I'm actually planning on popping in on that one as well. It looks interesting. Yeah.
I like Andrew and Peter, and they do a great job. They do business coaching. They do some marketing stuff as well. So check those guys out. They're doing a great job. Form Tech will be there, as we discussed on the roll forming panel. Randy's got his own panel. So if you like Randy and Building Wins Live, you're not selling a pole barn. I probably will have to check that out, because last time I checked, I am selling a pole barn. But I would venture to say you're going to hear something about, making sure that your customers feel appreciated. Randy is the man when it comes to making customers feel, when you want to be liked, and appreciated. You want to feel
Yeah.
safe, right?
Randy understands that there's more than selling the pole barn. There's more to it. It's not a pole barn. It's an experience. It's the
People buy from people
barndominiums, the people.
they like, trust,
Yep.
like, trust, and feel safe with,
Yep.
something like that. I always try to steal Randy's thunder, but I don't do it quite as good as he does. Tim Martin is going to be doing the, snow retention best practices. I
Yep.
mean, I can tell you the one that I might be looking forward to the most, just as a, kind of a little, like a fandom, I guess, from Shield Wall is your guys' new editor is going to be doing a breakout session at
Yeah.
10:30
Kathleen.
Thursday. And I would encourage you, if you're listening to this, we've got a lot of business owners and a lot of people that follow along. If you're not advertising in the Shield Wall publications, you're missing about 90,000 subscriptions that are going out, 60,000 unique subscribers. And if you happen to be someone who's not getting the magazines, they're free. Okay.
Yeah.
If you're not getting them, you're missing out.
Yeah.
You
It's
can have
it's a
really high,
no-brainer. Yeah.
it's not one of these magazines that feels cheap either. Right.
No.
I mean, I'm holding a copy. I've been looking at it here. This is the new Rural Builder. This is actually the trade show edition. So just keep in mind, if you're headed this way, you could have already gotten a sneak peek as to what you're going to be doing. All this stuff is right at your fingertips, right?
Yeah, there's profiles in there of the exhibitors. So when people exhibit with us, we make sure they get a company profile. It's nice because then you can plan ahead. You can I don't know who this guy is. Read his profile. Maybe I want to go and see him.
Yeah, I really like the show preview. You guys do that. I mean, you guys do a really good job with that. I mean, to me, it's like you're going to get something at the trade show, but if you can do your homework and already know what booth space they're going to be at, it's like, man, you can plan ahead. If you guys haven't checked it out, framebuildingnews.com is the website. Check out the tab at the top, Our Show. You can actually check out everything we're talking about right now. The seminar list.
It's important to go there. If you got a magazine a few weeks ago that had the show preview, I've probably added 4 or 5 booths since then. This show is very popular, and people are sort of jumping on the bandwagon. Even later, people saying, "Oh, no, I need to be part of the show." So I think since the last publication went out, I think we added like 5 more booths. We're at capacity at this point.
We've been getting some reach out. I mean, I can tell you, I'm sending them Missy's way, and if you reach out to me, I'm going to forward you to Missy. So don't always reach out to me. Reach out to Shield Wall. Reach out to Missy. You want to make contact with her as quickly as possible. I can help you get some information or walk you through best practices, all the things. We've got the upcoming show coming up in Gatlinburg towards the end of the year after the summer. And what's great about the magazines is they've got all this information in there, along with a way to go ahead and get enrolled and finding out more information about becoming an exhibitor. These are the shows where I believe Gary says something like the people that sign the front of the check, not the back of the check. I think that's probably the best way of putting it.
It is. The people who come through the door are the buyers. They're not not necessarily people who are swinging the hammers.
Correct. And this is where you're going to have these high level conversations. I mean, I am a testament to it. I have had so many and made so many what I would consider to be very good friends at this point. People in this industry who have not only utilized my services and or helped me take a next step in my whatever it is journey that I'm on, right? As we've transitioned from the Steel Kings into America Builds Better, I have found sort of a pseudo friend and partner in Shield Wall Media. That's why you guys hear me hype it up all the time. Because at the end of the day, I have enjoyed getting the publications now for several years, and I think you will too. And I've enjoyed going to the shows probably more than any trade show. I've said that before, and I'll say it again now. If you're going to pick 1 or 2 trade shows to go to, the Shield Wall show is the one to go to. They're spaced out properly. You've got a mix of all kinds of different interactions. This isn't just going to be like your run-of-the-mill trade show. You're got high-end exhibitors. To talk
to the right people. That's important.
And they're there. That's the thing that people don't even think about a lot, because when, of course, you and I were at the NFBA show earlier this year, right? And what you realize is the people that haven't been there before, what their experiences are like, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent. When I've had these experiences at a Shield Wall show, I always hear positive remarks. And that's really a reflection on you and your team, Missy, because there's a lot of trade shows out there that aren't that way. just to be
Yeah,
quite honest with you.
our friend Randy likes to say that he comes in and out of the shield wall shows and never sees any problems. He never sees any glitches, and
Yeah.
that's a testament to that behind the curtains thing, because we always
Yeah.
have glitches. All shows do,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
think one of the differences between our events and others, because I love all the other shows. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
I love NFBA show. I have contacts there that I make, and MetalCon, all of the big ones.
Yeah.
But the different thing about our show is we don't have a group of people out there selling the booths for the show, a group of people doing this, a group of people doing that. We really have just our core couple. We have me
Yeah.
and my assistant Carrie. So as an exhibitor, they're always dealing with the same person. They're always my staff that comes to the show. I'm not hiring outside people to come. When you walk up to my registration, if you're an attendee and you walk up to my registration, chances are, if you contacted us, you're talking to the person you contacted. You're not talking to somebody that is a staffer from somewhere else. So we're just a little bit smaller when it comes to the management, and that helps us honestly with making sure those fires are taken care of right away. There's no real hierarchy to figure out how to fix something. We just fix it. So
there's a familiarity there.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of the other trade shows, right, they hire an outside company to come in and organize the event, like an organizer that does everything except for some of the registration stuff. A lot of the registrations usually handled by the event planner. So if you use the term planner versus organizer, something like a big trade expo that takes place, there's companies that do that as a job. Big, large companies. And that's why, number one, it costs you more to go to these shows. If you're an exhibitor, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, this is the kind of show you want to go to because it's affordable for you to come, right? They're actually located in areas that make sense sometimes. Sometimes you go to other trade shows and they're out in the middle of the sticks, or they're in a place that doesn't make much sense for you. I can tell you what I like about your guys' shows is you stick to kind of a triangular pattern on your
try to stay, in the areas that the builders are,
that makes the most sense. That's the things that they're driving me nuts, right? I really have enjoyed going to the shows for that reason, because there's a familiarity in me to say, oh yeah, there's Missy and there's her team and there's the team at Shield Wall. And oh yeah, I've got 2 or 3 friends here that come along, and we've brought a few along the way, right? We've upgraded booth sizes. Don't hesitate. If you're listening to this and you're on the way to the show and you're thinking, man, I've got a 10 by 10 booth space, talk to Missy about a 10 by 20 for next time. Now, listen, I mean, you don't have to be locked into everything you've done in the past. That's how you're going to make mistakes in the future.
And we've had people get unique, I know one year ASCO just had a strange way that their machinery was laid out. And we said, okay, well, we can jut your booth out a little bit this way, because we do have that ability, because we can make it what we want to make it. We do work with a really great company, Fern. Those are the people that come in and just put up those curtains and put down the carpeting and things like that. So just don't I'm not laying carpeting, just so everybody knows.
Missy's not laying the carpet or bringing in the chairs and tables.
Well, sometimes I have to carry in some chairs. I mean, whatever.
I think you've helped me before with a couple of chairs, if my memory serves me right.
Yeah, when Jared doesn't bring his chairs, then I do carry in chairs. But no, it's we'll work with whoever needs to weird space. Jared wanted an upstairs that one time, and no, you didn't want an upstairs.
No. I'll tell you this much, okay? I can tell this story because it's true for me and Missy. It's 100% true, and I didn't ask her to tell this story, but I'm gonna tell it anyways, just because it's funny. So you guys know I used to have a partner. We did the Steel Kings podcast. I was hyped up for roll forming last year, hyped up to the moon and stars.
I almost forgot this story. Go ahead.
I made the grandiose mistake of, not trusting and verifying that my partner at the time was contacting Missy about our presence there. You should have seen Missy jump into superhero mode as I walked through the door, and her eyes got big, like, I didn't think you guys were coming. I hadn't heard anything from you. And I look over at my partner and I said, oh yeah, how about that? Should have been a hindsight 2020 or a foresight 2020. I'm not really sure. But I can tell you, she jumped into hero mode, attached us to the Shield Wall booth space, and we had a great time.
Yeah.
right then and there. We had a great time. And what the
And we
best
had
part
great
was,
neighbors next to our booth. That was
man,
great.
no kidding.
Worked
We
out.
had a great time. And that's a testament for me directly. Now I've been there. I've been there with Joel from J Money. I've hung out with Shannon, the Shed Geek, there before. There's so many people that you guys recognize from having been on the podcast before with us. So many friends. One thing I want to give a shout out to, you mentioned ASCO. ASCO and AccuForm are helping you guys with Max's rest and refresh area,
Yeah.
which is going to be a fun little place to hang out. So as you head into the expo floor, on the back section to your left, you're going to have a large rest and refresh area. So that's back by ASCO's booth. Shield Wall is going to be along the left-hand side. If you want to pick up copies of the trade magazines, they always have great handouts too. You guys do whatever it is, you surprise us.
We try to be, and we try to be family friendly. That's something that a lot of the shows aren't.
Yes.
So part of that rest stop is some of us get a little overwhelmed having to walk around the show behind maybe our husband or, whatever, or maybe it's our wife that's doing the show and I'm the husband getting dragged along.
Yeah.
And at some point, maybe brought the kids, because we do, ASCO is really great. They every year they sponsor something cool for the kids. This year, again, the kids will be getting a coloring bag, has a picture of Max, our dog, on the outside doing some construction stuff, and comes with crayons so they can color their own bag. So that area will have toys and some seating. The AccuForm people always bring seating for everybody. Nice thing is, at the end of the show, they get to take that seating with them. So if you're one of the people that's hanging around at the end of the show on Thursday, we literally hand you stuff from the rest stop. Hey, here, take a chair with you.
A little bit of a peek behind the curtain. That's a little bit of a trade secret. Tell them America Builds Better sent you if you go to pick up a chair after the show.
Yes, yeah. Tell them if
you can hang out that long.
Yeah, they're really nice lawn chairs. They're really nice.
Yeah, I can tell you the other thing that I have to give you guys lots of props for this time around, and I honestly don't remember, so you'd have to correct me if this is every time, but this time I love the fact that the expo floor is open until 5 both days.
Yeah.
I love that.
We extended it a bit.
I love that. I love that, because I'm telling you, oftentimes what I have found at trade shows, and this is just the truth, you get in on the first day and you've got somebody from somewhere, let's just say company A, and they see something that they want. Oh, I've got to talk to so-and-so at this booth. Let's use ASCO, for example, right? I got to talk to ASCO, but the person that needs to talk to ASCO is not here. That person now can either get in a car, get on an airplane, and be in York by the second day before we close at 5.
Yeah.
And that's a valuable thing. I mean, I can tell you that happened at NFBA. I know that for a fact on that last day. There were people walking. I
did have somebody come in that last day. And
it's tough. Yeah. When they're out at noon or 1 o'clock, whatever it was super early. And I was thinking, man, we came a long way. You get what you're going to get when you come to the show is you're going to get 6.5 hours Wednesday, and you're going to get 7 hours on Thursday of expo floor time. Not to mention you get an hour and a half on Wednesday of social hour. Yeah. This is a wide open time.
And sometimes that social hour might go a little bit longer.
Might hang out a little bit longer. What I enjoyed about the trip to Dayton when we were at Roll Forming was social hour became an extended dinner for a specific person I wanted to talk to. Yeah. So a little bit of a behind the scenes peek at me. If you've got a client that you're working at the trade show that you want to take out to dinner, bring them to the social hour first.
Yeah.
Pre-game a little bit there. Yeah, pregame a little bit.
And this year's social hour is going to be unique in the fact that we're sort of at a fairgrounds, so we're doing something a little unique this year for that social hour, and I think it'll be fun. Little surprise.
Well, I can tell you this much.
I'm meeting with one of those surprises this afternoon, so hopefully,
okay, all right,
that works out.
Well, you are listening to this, and it is Monday, and it is June the 8th when you're listening to this, and 2 days later, myself and Missy, you can just come and hang out with us. Yeah. We're enough. We're exciting enough. But come to York, come hang out with us. The Post Frame Rural Plane Builder Show, sponsored by Frame Building News, is where it's going to be this week. If you have any questions at all, reach out to Missy and the team at Shield Wall or myself, Jared at America Builds Better. I will be there. If you want to come by and say hi, if you want to be on the podcast, if you want to tell a story, if you want us to shoot some content for your business, we want to know how you're helping America build better with your products, your services, just who you are as a personality. We want to get to know you a little bit better, and we want to get to know you going forward, right? Missy, you got anything as we finish up this week?
Just come to the show, bring your happy faces, bring your projects. If you did something really cool, bring some pictures, bring some projects. Come see Kathleen at her meeting to give her some cool stuff that maybe you'll get published.
10:30
bring your
Thursday
family
morning.
too. Yeah, just come and enjoy the time. And York is beautiful. It's beautiful this time of year, and it's going to be a fun show.
There is a lot of stuff to do. It's going to be a big, fun time at the Post Frame Rural Plain Builder Show in York this coming Wednesday and Thursday, which is June 10th and the 11th. If you guys have any questions for Missy, shieldwallmedia.com. Hit them up and feel free to ask them anything. Missy, thank you so much.
Email's just Missy at Shieldwall Media. So
there you go. Missy at shieldwallmedia.com.
Easy. Yep.
And Missy, thank you so much for giving us the time. I'll tell you, I know you're busy. But thank you for being on with us.
Yeah, thanks, Jared.
We'll get you back on here after the show to give a wrap up or something like that.
Oh, hopefully I don't look too frazzled after it.
We'll give it a little bit, but we'll make sure we get you back before the roll forming show for sure.
We'll do it from the beach.
I'll tell you, I'm going to do it from my office because I don't travel. I don't know if you know that about me. I hate to travel.
I imagine you don't travel well, but that's probably based on other observations. But
no doubt. Yeah. I'll tell you this much. I appreciate you, Missy. I always do. And I can't wait to see you in just a few days.
We appreciate you too, Jared.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks
for
all
right, guys. All right, guys. As we finish up this week, check out the team at shieldwallmedia.com. I can tell you this much. They are helping America build better through publishing. Some of the very best in metal and construction publications. These are not cheap magazines, folks. These are actual magazines. This is not some kind of advertisement. This is not some kind of just wanting you to buy something. There's stories from the industry. There's all kinds of technology, and all the things that are going right in our industry happens with Shieldwall Media and the team there working. All right. I can tell you this much. The team at Idea Room is doing great things with 3D designs. I cannot stress enough, for those of you who are using Smart Build, if you want to strap a jetpack to your Smart Build, start generating leads the right way through a 3D configurator, these customers are hot and they're ready to buy. We can help you out and get you set up with Idea Room, the ultimate 3D sales platform for the building industry that is sheds, metal buildings, and most importantly, post frame and red iron. The team at Defined works alongside Idea Room to take those leads, put them into a funnel, get you actively selling more buildings. They have industry-focused SEO strategy, keyword research that delivers on-page SEO optimization. We're talking hundreds of thousands of pages for your website, link building that boosts authority. America is building better thanks to the team at the Defined through business development. As we finish up this week, guys, I can tell you this much. It has been an awesome journey with Shieldwall. We're going to have more Shieldwall content. We're going to talk about roll forming. We're going to talk about all of the things that get us going in this industry and make us happy to wake up and be part of the building community. Whether you're selling sheds, metal buildings, post frame buildings, or red iron, we're going to be right along the way to help you with industry tips, tricks, and all of the above. Get out in your community and do something good for somebody. For goodness sakes, we need it. The way the world is these days, I can tell you, it always makes me feel better when I do something for somebody else. Have a great week. And for those of you coming to York, come up and say hi. I'll be there. We'll talk soon again, guys. Bye. Thank you for checking out America Builds Better. If that episode fired you up, make sure you hit subscribe, leave a review, and share this with someone who's ready to level up. We are dropping powerful content filled with strategies, stories, and real talk from the builders shaping the industry. Stay hungry, stay focused, and keep building better. Make sure to check us out at americabuildsbetter.com for more resources and industry tools. This is America Builds Better. where the industry talks back.